Okie doke, and we're back. And now we're following it up with Irv Kershner's Eyes of Laura Mars. Eyes are like a prisoner, I'm captured by your eyes. Yes, but I think we had that for sure in the horror section. So that would be under the E's in horror. And as we were watching it, it was, okay, not only is it passing the test of being an American giallo, truly could have been an Italian movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not a giallo homage. No, it is practically a giallo. This exact movie, this exact screenplay could have been done in Italy with Umberto Lenzi directing it. But I mean, but it is kind of fascinating when we're watching it. Nothing about the movie seems authentic, from the police investigation to the portrayal of the cop to even the portrayal of her level of celebrity. Especially not the gimmick of seeing through the killer's eyes, randomly whenever they kill. But the one thing that is absolutely authentic is the direction of the photo shoots.
Yeah.
That are laid out. There's nothing fanciful about them. They're exactly realistic. I've been on David LaChapelle photo shoots, and they are just like what's presented in Eyes of Laura Mars.
Yeah.
But then also the way it captures a uniquely authentic but different high-class Manhattan than Dressed to Kill. This captures the disco Manhattan. And this movie has one of the best disco soundtracks of its era. And then also, just to make the point of it, though, when I saw the movie, after the movie came out, I went and got the soundtrack album. Now, I liked the Barbra Streisand song, but I got it for the ha-ah-a-a, let's all chant. That's why I got the record. Your body, my body. Okay, well, I don't think we've described the storyline quite exactly well enough so far. So the idea is, eyes are like a prisoner, I'm captured by your eyes. Laura Mars has become this ridiculously famous celebrity, but apparently a household name. But she seems even more popular than that. Yeah. Right? Like, she's been on the Tonight Show a bunch of times.
Annie Leibovitz or something.
Yeah, she seems more famous than all of those guys put together. Right? She's as famous as Faye Dunaway in the movie. So she's a world famous celebrity photographer whose specialty is taking beautiful women and creating an aspect of murder to them, and that's how she sells the products. And then it becomes clear later in the movie that she's just has these wild random images of murder and death, and then she redoes them as fashion layouts. She redoes them as these art pieces that include these little flashes. Okay, here's the real photo that happened at the Mayflower Hotel, and then here's your photo shoot photo. So this is going on, but then somebody in her circle is murdered, and when the murder in her circle happens, she actually is able to watch the murder. She sees through the POV of the killer during the murder, and then it happens again. And then it happens again. And they're killing off her friends.
Everyone in her circle.
And her entourage. And it's disconcerting to her, aside from the fact that when she puts together what's going on. But it's also, when she's seeing through the eyes of the killer, she can't see what's in front of her. She can only see the killer's eyes. Which makes it really cool. In one of the better scenes in the movie is when the killer goes to attack her, and all of a sudden she sees through the killer's eyes, but she's seeing herself being chased.
Yeah.
And she's running blind.
Yeah. And that's
which brings to mind the strange shadows in an empty room blind girl scene. And very much like Happy Birthday to Me, they all take turns looking guilty. Not to compare the two movies in quality wise, but like what's happening in Dressed to Kill and what's happening in Eyes of Laura Mars could literally be happening 3 blocks away from each other. Yeah. They are happening simultaneously 3 blocks away from each other. At any point, these lead characters could cross by each other. Yeah, Kate Miller could totally walk by Laura Mars.
Yeah, they would know each other.
I remember liking Laura Mars better than I did when we watched it. And I even saw it fairly recently, like within the last 2 years. I watched it with my wife Daniela, because I thought she'd get a kick out of it, and she did. She liked all the fashion stuff going on. The first half is not a giallo homage; it is a legit giallo. This is exactly the kind of screenplay you expect to come out of Tatanas or something. Mm-hmm. But then the John Peters part comes in, where Tommy Lee Jones, who plays the cop, and Laura Mars, who plays the photographer, are attracted to each other, and they fall in love. And then right in the middle of the movie becomes a love story. Laura Mars throws her character completely out the window from that point on. It's just everything is about love and devotion, love and devotion, love and devotion. And Tommy Lee Jones seems to throw his character out the fucking window. All right. He's all about her than as about the case. I would agree with all that, except, I mean, her dialogue literally is reduced to, oh, I love you so much. Oh, I love you so much. I adore you. I can't live without you. Eyes are like a prisoner. I'm captured by your eyes. In a weird way, it proves as subterfuge when it actually turns back into a giallo again, more of a giallo than it's ever been before.
Yeah, because
when it comes to the wrap up, the first 35 minutes of this movie is flawlessly directed. There's not a misstep in it, as far as I'm concerned. It holds that dream.
Yeah.
For about 35 minutes, and then the wonky plotting gets involved, and then the wonky but then, I don't know if it's good, but it's kind of great the way it comes back and for its final climax. Okay, so I'm going to ruin the end. I was almost wondering about maybe we shouldn't reveal this, but actually it's the thing about the movie that's worth talking about. This could be a giallo trope, but it's also just a trope of wannabe thrillers where you have the boyfriend, fiance, husband character who's been completely straight and legit the entire movie. Through a crazy monologue, he has to reveal that now he is the killer. And it's usually accompanied by a me-so-crazy performance that the actor has not given up until now. And Tommy Lee Jones in this movie does my second favorite me-so-crazy monologue reveal for that type of character. My favorite is Paul Michael Glazier's me-so-crazy performance reveal in John Huston's Phobia, which could almost be a giallo as well. With a ridiculous backstory that would have made Ernesto Gastaldi proud. A backstory so crazy, that's what reveals to Faye Dunaway he's the killer. But just like in Dressed to Kill, the character is a complete schizophrenic that does not know that two personalities are existing inside of one person.
That smells so good. I want everybody to know what we're doing here.